Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about all of my empties. Most of these are from December and January and they've built up and I have to talk about them so I can throw away my trash. And if you're new here, my name is Devin. I'm an esthetician and a content creator. I've been making content for over 5 years on Instagram. I love reviewing all the new things and letting you know what's worth it and helping you navigate all those new launches through reviews and try-ons and all of that stuff. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit subscribe and also hit the thumbs up. It really helps the YouTube algorithm and help other people find my videos. And with that, let's jump into the video. First, I want to share some supplements that I tried. I have 2 of the Not Pot gummies. These are their sleep CBD gummies that have CBD and melatonin. These really help my husband and I sleep at night. But I have a code with them. I'm an affiliate. I've been using the product and I purchased all of these myself for years. But I really wanted to try the Ollie Sleep, which has melatonin, L-theanine, and botanicals. But I've heard from a lot of people that the L-theanine is an amino acid that a lot of people found helpful along with magnesium to sleep. I do think that these did help me fall asleep, but still like nowhere near this. So I think these are good if you don't have like a terrible time falling asleep, but if you're someone who really has a lot of mind racing, I definitely recommend the CBD with melatonin because those are definitely more potent. But yeah, overall, like I probably wouldn't repurchase this, but I don't think it's bad. I do think it does work. I have a nail polish empty. This is the Essie Gel Couture top coat, and this is my favorite top coat that I've been using, I think, since it launched. It's $10 and I probably buy one every 3 months. And I've just bought something else to try. I think the Olive and June one, which is about the same price, but I just wanted to like compare it because I've really only used this for years. And you don't have to use a gel polish underneath it. I'm not wearing a gel polish. I don't really buy gel polish, but I like this top coat because it dries super fast. So like in 10 minutes, I can basically, you know, start doing things and not mess up my nails. It also makes them last a really long time, and I've just not been able to find anything that compares to this. Highly, highly, highly recommend if you do your own nails. I have one body care item, which is the Tatcha Forest Awakening Hinoki Body Wash. And I actually love the smell of Hinoki, but this is really green and yeah, really, really green and smells like a forest. It's not my vibe, and it wasn't really my husband's either. This was sent to me in PR. They sent the whole line, but the scent is just not one that I particularly enjoy on my skin. I like things more like woody, musky, warm, and yeah, I didn't love the scent. So if you like a really green scent and you like Luxe Body Care, you might want to check this out. But the body wash itself was also like kind of grainy. It had these little like beads. They weren't gritty or harsh. They're kind of like soft jelly like beads. And I prefer body washes that don't really have like that kind of texture. I just didn't really think they were like exfoliating, so I didn't really understand their purpose. But yeah, if you like a body wash with that, you might like this, but it just wasn't for me. Okay, so I have 2 hair empties. This is the Kristen S Volumizing Mousse. This made it into my 2022 hair care favorites. This gives fantastic volume. It's really easy to use and it's not heavy or sticky or like make my hair crunchy. I did my hair a few days ago with this and it's at the drugstore, very affordable. I grabbed mine at Target. And then I also emptied the K18 Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. I bought this mini to try when like it came out and everyone was talking about it, and I do think it's a nice product, but it's kind of hard to use. You have to do it on damp hair but not soaking wet hair, and if you have curly hair, you know you really need to style your hair while it's quite wet. And so I felt like I had to apply this, wait 10 minutes, then add water back into my hair, and I just found the Living Proof, their Bond Repair Mask, to be just much more user friendly. And even since then I've started using the Saltaire Repair shampoo and conditioner, and I use those, so I don't really use any mask. But I do think if you want one, I think the Living Proof is a better option. I have 3 candles that I emptied in December and January, and they're all holiday candles from Hotel Lobby. I purchased all 3 of these myself. My favorite is the holiday candle that comes in the white jar, and this is evergreen, fresh pine, balsam fir, blue spruce. So this is the one that's really gonna smell like a Christmas tree. And these are beautiful. They're pricey. They're more like, I think, $56 to $59. Lindsay Silberman, who owns Hotel Lobby, that's the price point of her candles, but they burn for 65 hours, so I think the price is really good compared to other luxury candles. And I love this one. My mom is obsessed with these candles. I always get them as gifts because they're just like a fantastic candle. The scents are really, really special. She just truly has a gift for picking scents that just smell extremely luxurious and high-end, and this one is really no different. I'm just blown away by this, and I've actually not tried any of her other candles. I just have the holiday ones that I've like repurchased year after year because they're some of my favorites and just very luxe and totally a treat to have. But I love, love, love holiday. I think that my second favorite is Cabin, which is smoked oud, orris root, forest wood, peppercorn. This smells like if you were at the Four Seasons, like in Aspen, what their lobby should smell like. It's incredible. And then the last one is the Chalet, which is spice, cinnamon, cardamom, bergamot, cedarwood, and amber. And this is like a high-end version of like a cinnamon kind of like kitchen candle. Again, it's really, really beautiful, really luxe scented. She smells like 700 different iterations before she lands on her scent, so I'm really excited to try out more of her stuff. But these also have a very small throw, like if you compare it to like Nest, so these don't give my husband and I a headache, and our main living area is, I want to say, like 1,000 square feet, so these don't give us headaches. We don't have to like open a window. They're just really beautiful, and the vessels are beautiful, and they're like this matte, and you can definitely clean them out and reuse them, so I'm likely going to do that. But highly recommend her stuff if you're looking for a high-end candle or a gift or anything like that. They're really great. So let's jump into skincare, which is what I have the most of. I have 3 First cleansers. They're all balm cleansers. I have the Pharmacy Green Clean. This is from the last year's like trio set that was a part of the Sephora sale. I think it's like, oh, lemon mint. So I love their little mini sets. I like their balm. I'm like a more affordable option, but during the sale, I usually get them as a treat, and I'll usually give like 1 or 2 of the other ones away to friends or family that are visiting or whatever. So I think these are great, and I love their like special edition scents that they come out with every year. I also tried the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm, which is I think like $10 at Target. It's really, really, really good for the price. You know, you get a good amount, price per ounce. This is the most affordable option that I love, and I just wish it didn't have fragrance, but it's kind of like it's a very faint citrus, so it's not super strong. It never burned my eyes, and it didn't irritate my skin. I just prefer a no fragrance in a cleansing balm, but that's just me. I think this is still a really great affordable option out there. And lastly, I have the SkinnLab Porebarrier Cleansing Balm, which is a cleansing balm that has salicylic acid. I love this flip top packaging and that it has the scoop there. I did do an ad with them on Instagram, but I love that this has salicylic acid, so if you're acne prone, it's a really great cleansing balm option, and it's on Amazon for 22 bucks, so still a really great price. When it comes to second cleansers, I also have 3. I finished the Summer Friday Super Amino Gel Cleanser. This is one of my favorites at Sephora. I love it since they repackaged it into the tube with the flip cap, like my favorite packaging for a second cleanse, so I really love that. It's gentle and hydrating and kind of like no frills, which is what I love. Love a gel cleanser. But I also have 2 drugstore empties that one I already have in my shower, and then the other one I'm going to repurchase because I just love them so much. These two are actually both ones that I always recommend to people who have sensitive skin or like barrier issues or just want a nice cleanser from the drugstore. I have the Hydrating Gentle Cleanser from La Roche-Posay. They send this to me, but I have bought this for many years before I even started, creating content, and it's just a really nice option. Fragrance free, has ceramides, niacinamide. It's really gentle, so it's great for all skin types. I know it says hydrating gentle cleanser, but if you have acne prone skin and are using like a lot of harsh drying acne treatments and products, this is a really great option to have in your arsenal. And this does not foam, so if you're someone who likes a foaming cleanser, you're not gonna love that one. But this one is a hydrating cream to foam, so I love that this is a cream, but then it foams up and lathers, and I swear if this were in different packaging, like a luxe packaging and a luxury retailer sold it with, you know, a different brand, people would spend a lot of money on this cleanser. It's truly incredible. It removes makeup. So for my clients who only like to have one cleanser on hand, I'm always like, this is incredible all year round. As a first and second cleanse, it kind of removes everything. It leaves my skin feeling really balanced. This is so good. Since CeraVe launched this, I'm like, I can't use any of their other cleansers anymore because this one to me is just so far superior in terms of experience and all of that. Really, really impressed. I do have an essence. This is the Make Micro Ferment Rice Essence. And again, if you watched my skincare 2022 favorites, this made the list. It has a beautiful, lightweight, milky texture that just kind of like melts into the skin. It's fragrance free, great for all skin types. The packaging is beautiful. It's really affordable. It's under $30 for, 5 fluid ounces. Lots of great barrier fortifying ingredients that just really like strengthen the skin, and you can layer like 1 layer of this or 7, and it never just like pills or feels heavy or anything like that. It's just really such a fantastic essence for the price. I feel like I've emptied so many of Dude's Deliverance serum this past year. It's just such a great serum. It's basically, I kind of view this as a barrier supporting serum. It's hydrating. It also helps to soothe and calm the skin because it has that cannabinoid complex. It also has water lily complex. Those really help to calm and soothe the skin, but it also has a blend of peptides that target the firmness and the appearance of fine lines, and then that niacinamide in there, which is going to help with balancing your skin. So it helps balance sebum production, but it also strengthens the skin barrier and plays an important role in the pigmentation pathway that helps to, fight pigmentation. So it's all around just an amazing serum, and I love to layer this with exfoliants and with my retinoids. It just layers beautifully. It's really gentle and just an all-around fantastic serum that I can't live without, and I constantly repurchase. I have another empty, and it's the Rhode Peptide Glazing Fluid. First off, I hate this packaging. This was sent to me in PR when they launched. I felt like I had to open this and then kind of use a knife to get in there to get out all of this. They also just can't keep their products in stock, so it's really hard for me to recommend, even though I think this is actually a great serum minus the packaging. It's how do I recommend something that they just can't ever keep in stock? So yeah, while I do think this is nice, it's just, I don't, because if you fall in love with this, you're never going to be able to get it again. Until they can get their supply chain and whatever in order, I can't recommend it until then. But I do think it's a really great product, and it has some nice ingredients, especially for the price point. And I emptied the lotion P50V 1970, which is an exfoliant. This has BHAs, AHAs, PHAs. It has all the acids you could ever want. This is anti-inflammatory, it is antibacterial, it has niacinamide. This is just like a total acne powerhouse if you're someone who's really acne prone. This I've been using for a decade, and I can't stop using it. It's something now because I use Tazarek almost every night. I only need to use it kind of like where I need it, which is around my mouth, where I get breakouts. And I really only need to use it in the winter now, like once a month, twice a month max. But truly, for me, this was normally in the rest of the year like a once a week type of exfoliant, and then I obviously don't use a retinoid that night that I use it. But this is such a great option, and this is really affordable. So this size, it takes me about a year to go through, and it's like $28. So I think this is actually a really affordable and really effective option. I've tried a lot of different exfoliants, and nothing has really ever compared for me and my very acne prone skin. I have 3 moisturizers, and I'm somewhat of a moisturizer junkie, and I like to rotate like 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, so it's really rare for me to actually finish one. One is my husband's, but I'll share. I finished 2 of the Rejuvenating Night Cream by Amoravizza. They sent me a couple of minis. This has a really thick, beautiful, like lush texture that really like seals in your skincare. it also just smells like, it smells cherry. It smells really nostalgic. And so I just love the scent and the texture and the way this just feels on my skin, and the ingredients are fantastic as well. It's a very pricey option, but a few of my volers who bought it are like, okay, I don't think I can go back to using whatever I used before because like I get the hype. It's just feels incredible, but it's one that if you're scared of falling in love with a very high-end moisturizer, don't try it because you will, and it's really good. The next one that I have is the Dew Instant Angel. This is a lipid-rich moisturizer. I think a lot of people think this is going to be quite heavy, but it's actually really lightweight. And the thing that I love about it is I can apply like one layer and it's enough for me for daytime, but at nighttime I can really kind of apply 2-3 layers of this, seal it in with a thicker moisturizer or a balm, and I get that kind of like all day and all night hydration. I just feel like it's a really versatile moisturizer because you can get more hydration the more that you use. So I'm definitely going to repurchase this. This again was in my 2022 favorites for skincare, and I'm probably going to get the jumbo size. I like this size for traveling, but I just don't love the packaging. I just wish it had, even if the cap was just like more heavier duty, I do think with the key you can avoid kind of like breaking the aluminum tube, so that doesn't bother me. But this is just like such a flimsy, squishy plastic tube, and I just wish that were even like a little bit nicer, because I think this moisturizer is beautiful, but I know a lot of people can't get past the packaging. But it's really fantastic. Again, this is fantastic for people who, with any skin type, truly, again, because it's so versatile and it's deeply hydrating. I totally agree. This also has some nice peptides in it too that are going to help kind of like firm the skin. So my last one here is the In Beauty Project 10+10 moisturizer, and this is fantastic because, and my husband really loved this. First off, the packaging is really cute with the pink. Has a little bit left in there, but this also has a 10% peptide complex to help firm and tighten, which we love, a 10% vitamin C complex. It has 2 forms of stable oil soluble vitamin C, which is fantastic, and ceramides, which are very important in terms of just supporting and strengthening our skin barrier. So this is fantastic for someone who doesn't want to use a separate vitamin C serum in the morning. You can basically apply this after you cleanse in the morning and then put your SPF over that and have a 3-step skincare routine. So I think it's really great, especially for, you know, a minimalist like my husband. He will want to use the least amount of products possible, but he really enjoyed this. The texture feels kind of mid-weight. You know, it's not a super heavy, thick cream. It looks beautiful under makeup, and it's not super light. It's not like a gel cream either. It's kind of in the middle, and so it's one that I think a lot of people with a lot of different skin types will love. And truly, I think oily skin, you know, would even enjoy this in the morning, but dry skin especially in the daytime as well. At night, 100% oily skin would love this, and it might just not quite be enough, but if you were dry, you could seal in something heavier over this at nighttime. Okay, I did just find actually another body product, so I'll talk about that quickly. The Necessaire body oil. This is fragrance free, which I really enjoy. First off, the problem is I like to apply body oil in the shower, and I actually recommend that everyone does that, because truly you want to turn off your shower, apply your body oil, let it sit, you know, sink in for like a second, and then you get out and just pat your body dry with a towel, and your skin will be so hydrated and nourished. First off, the dropper in the shower, no. This, even out of the shower, no. It's just too hard. I need a pump. And I also prefer not to have it in glass because I am very accident prone. It's slippery in the shower. I'm always terrified I'm going to drop it and shatter it. So I just wish it had better packaging. But I do think this is a nice body oil. I just tend to prefer the Saltaire. This was sent to me, but again, I prefer the Saltaire. I have 2 sunscreens to kind of wrap it up. So this is the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV SPF 50 plus PA++++. I love this, and I think all skin types could really love this. This felt nourishing. It looked amazing under makeup, and the thing that I really like about this is that I think the finish kind of changes depending on what moisturizer you have on it. So if you're oily, you could, you know, use like a gel cream or even skip moisturizer, and you could feel like this was, you know, enough for you. Or if you're really dry, you can layer a nice thick cream under this, and then again it would still look beautiful. It wouldn't like dry your skin out. It doesn't feel alcohol heavy to me, so I think this is a great one. I just think it's small for the price. So I think the size of this is only 1 ounce. So yeah, it's just small compared to other sizes. And speaking of small sunscreens, the other one I have is also 1 fluid ounce. This is so expensive. It's $55 for 1 ounce, but it's SPF 50 PA++++. And again, this is a chemical. These are both chemical, and these were both formulated, I believe. Well, this one, I believe in Japan. Yep, so this one's Japanese, and this one is was made in Korea, but this is sold in the US. So these are all filters that are approved in the United States. If someone could dupe this, like Naturium, if you hear me, dupe this, because it looks incredible when you're not wearing any makeup, but it looks even more incredible under makeup. It's the perfect SPF/makeup primer hybrid I've ever tried, but even at 20% off, I can't justify that price. It would need to be like half off. I mean, this needs to be at least 1.7 ounces, and even at $55 for 1.7 ounces, I still don't think I could do it. So it's really hard for me to recommend this, even though I think it's incredible. Just like I'm begging a skincare brand out there to dupe this, because I think they could do it. This is just sad. This is a sad one for me because I love it, but I just know that now that it's done, I'm not gonna own it again, you know? Anyways, that is the end of my video. I hope that was super helpful to give you guys some speed reviews of some things I've already talked about for the most part, but I would love to hear what you emptied, and I have a lot of sunscreens on their last legs that I need to empty and review for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me, and I would love it if you would give me the thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.